Hello, book people. Let's talk about Lazarus. Lazarus is a comic book series from Image Comics, created by a couple of my favorites. We've got writing chores are taken care of by Greg Rucka, who, if you go back and watch my video for Queen and Country, you know I love Greg Rucka. Man, I'm terrible at holding these books in camera, in frame. You know I love Greg Rucka. The pencils are by Michael Lark, who is another one of my favorites. He came to my attention on the Ed Brubaker's Captain America. He drew the like the flashback to World War II type stuff, and he's awesome. Colors are by Santi Argus. Hope I got that right. I read the first 3 volumes of this. I'm just gonna kind of talk about it as one thing though, because I don't want to obviously spoil what happens in the second and third volume. But this is a great book. What I love about this book most of all is really the world. So it takes place in a semi-near future where the world is broken up into, instead of governments, it's basically controlled by crime families. So different sections of the world are controlled by these different super powerful crime families. The one that we focus most of our time on is this family that controls basically west of the Mississippi in the United States, all the way to the Pacific coast, and they are called the Carlisle family. And the star of this book is Forever Carlisle, who is a Lazarus. Basically, each of the families has one of these Lazarus, basically a highly trained warrior who's kind of the enforcer for their family, the head of their army, and all that stuff like that. And they also kind of like an assassin. So this is the story of Forever Carlisle. If you've read any Greg Rucka, particularly Queen and Country, you know he's so good at writing these characters that are so tough as nails, but at the same time, they feel like real people. They have real human emotions. They're not like a James Bond type robot where they, are just can walk away from some crazy car crash just bantering. They are really deeply affected by everything that happens. And Forever Carlisle is one of Greg Rucka's greatest creations that I've read, and I'm highly enjoying this. Part of the conflict in this comes in the fact that Forever believes she's the daughter of the head of this family, but when it turns out she was actually basically created in a lab and genetically engineered to be like this ultimate fighting machine type of thing. And she was raised kind of in isolation from the time she was a little kid. She was raised to be a warrior. So part of it comes from she has this really crazy sense of loyalty to this family that's doing all these terrible things. And for the first time, she's kind of starting to see some things that make her think maybe this family isn't everything she thought it was. If you love kind of a sci-fi, if you love dystopia kind of stories, and if you love just really great characters and great writing, I highly recommend Lazarus. I think just about anybody would love this. It's a very well-built world, great characters, great writing. I really don't have anything bad to say about it, especially this first volume I gave 4 stars to, but the second 2 volumes, the story really picks up in those. It was good in this first one, but I think it takes the next level in those next stories. So I highly recommend checking out Lazarus if you haven't done so already. There's a really beautiful hardcover out there too if you're not interested in the trade. So that is Lazarus. I hope you check it out. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.